Good morning, everybody, and this is your Dow Jones day trade setup for today. So onwards and upwards, we still continued onwards and upwards yesterday. We have broken through a little bit of structure here, and that was a level that we were watching earlier in the week, and it looks like a fairly solid breakaway from that area. We're now targeting, well, we have targeted that area, and then there's our, sorry, not there. There's our next level there, which we've just tagged. So you can see what I'm doing, picking up these tails here. Now, that is a lot of overhead resistance in this zone, as you can see. We've got a flag, a pretty well-defined flag at the moment, and also grouping of the oscillators to the upside. So this is looking pretty interesting. I'm a little bit hesitant to be long up in this zone, as I was yesterday. So I would much prefer a pullback onto some form of structure, or even a break of this trend line just to form a channel, or alternatively break through the top of the trend line to form a steeper channel. So in other words, something like that. So at the moment, it's looking like a wedge, but obviously we need a break of that wedge and a retest and rejection before we actually jump in on something like that. And that's on the 8 hours, so pretty difficult to do that at the moment. If we drill down to the 3 hour, you can see last week's break to the upside, then we've just been meandering to the upside, hitting levels, pulling back, and oscillators are extremely overbought at the moment. So I'm a little bit skeptical. But overall, the picture is looking fairly interesting. So you can see what happened yesterday. European session down, and again, not off structure. So that, as I said yesterday, that swing high there would have been a fairly decent entry. Didn't quite materialize, was just above it. And then you had this immediate acceleration to the upside at the open with a separation of the oscillators. So fairly interesting level. I think the next level that we need to pay attention to is this one here at 31,645, and then a little bit lower down at 31,588. So I am just going to move this level up for me. That's the zone. I want to see a pullback, and that's going to be on the 15 minutes. So you can see, looking for a 15-minute pullback onto this area, and then for an opportunity to the upside. I just want to see if there's something that we missed. No, it's pretty much in the middle of nowhere. So the pullback here was sort of into this area of confusion from the day before. But nothing really there. Only signal that we had was that we were above the 155. And then you had flag break the downside, and then you had this little inside bar. So possibly take an opportunity there. 100-point stop loss may have been worth it, but I preferred trading off support, so that wouldn't have materialized for me. Anyway, that's kind of what I'm looking for. I need a pullback on structure. This is my zone that we're paying attention to, 31,591 and 31,644. So pull back into this area, then we're looking for an opportunity to buy, and I would say you need to target 31,934 again. You're probably looking at 2 or 3 attempts to get through this level before we get through it. If we get through it, that is. Okay, anyway, that's it for me today on the Dow Jones. Hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.